Hello everybody, this is Chiana She-Wolf, and on my Chiana Faye channel I thought I would do an oracle card reading for the week beginning Monday the 20th of April while I'm out here in the lovely Bluebell Woods. I've just been reading some stories for my channel for the children and slightly older children at heart, and so please have a look at those and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also please follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I would love to hear your thoughts and any ideas, anything that you like from this. So I'm going to try and start doing some weekly readings again. I was doing that for a while and I've had a bit of a break, but today I did shuffle the cards. Whoopsie, God's Guidance Oracle cards here. And the card that came up, funnily enough, is actually Ostara. So the key words for this is fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So I'll just read the full description here for you. Springtime is any time when the light increases within your mind and entire system. If you feel dark, heavy or depressed, then you can lighten up by fueling yourself with positive intentions, nutritious foods, and anything that sparks your feelings of love. Surround yourself with beautiful flowers, brighten the colours in your wardrobe and home, and draw back the curtains to let in natural light. You can paint a sunnier outlook within yourself, which will give rise to all sorts of new opportunities. Since like attracts like, feel more energized and powerful as you spruce up your inner and outer worlds. Then, capitalize on this increased vigor by starting a new project that really makes your heart sing with excitement. This card can signify pregnancy. It can be that you are involved with a successful child conception, adoption, or custody resolution, or your desire will fully manifest in the springtime. There will be a resurrection of the old, or your new idea or venture will be successful. It is an opportune time to make life changes. Ostara is a Teutonic goddess of fertility and springtime, who sometimes is called Istra. The words East and Easter were both named after Ostara because of the reference to the sun rising in the east and the increase in sunlight beginning in the Celtic springtime. She is celebrated during the spring equinox as the bringer of increased light and the balance between nighttime and daytime hours. Call upon Ostara to increase your fruitfulness, fertility, or to help you embark on new ventures. It's a beautiful card, and as I said, I'd already shuffled for a different reading that came up, and I just thought I had to share that with you for this week. But the other card I'm going to take from the Fairy Oracle by Brian Froud and Jessica Macbeth, and say what is the message for everybody for the week beginning Monday the 20th of April. That one kind of feels right. My battery thing has come up on my phone, so I'm just going to pause a second and take that off so I can see the screen. Okay, so hopefully you can still see me. I've been recording stories all afternoon. Oh, we have got Oh That Gnome, card number 26. Let's have a look in the book and read what it says. Oh That Gnome, card 26. This is the message for everybody this coming week. Key words are trickster, creative chaos, wild gifts, breaking habits and patterns. This is the trickster, who exists in every world. He comes to us wearing our own faces to fool us into thinking that his ideas are our own. He brings creative chaos into our lives. He helps us break down old habits by showing us how silly they are. He encourages us to fall on our faces so that we get a different point of view, looking up past our mud-smeared noses. He helps us get ourselves into situations in which we discover gifts we never knew we had, often because there is no other way out of the mess we got ourselves into. As Brian mentions, that gnome is unreliable and sometimes encourages drunkenness. This is true. He certainly doesn't always do as we expect, but our expectations are our problem, not his, he says. As for drunkenness, in vino veritas, in wine there is truth. When we let down our mental sensors and filters, we sometimes come up with discoveries about who we really are and what we really want that we hadn't let ourselves know. When he appears, it is breakthrough time. And all too often, the first step in breakthrough feels just like breakdown. There are better ways of doing this than getting drunk or going through a psychotic break, but the better ways take skill, and he has to work with what he has. Us, just as we are. That gnome tells wild and wonderful long-winded stories, complete with demonstrations of the action and much arm-waving. An online group member says, he adds, that gnome is full of knowledge, but the trick is sorting out the truth from fiction. It takes a lot of good sense to be able to listen to him. He isn't known for his patience. If that gnome breaks a vase, the pieces will fall into patterns of great significance and meaning. But it is up to us to read and understand it. He is the potentially constructive force of chaos. That gnome is also the keeper of our wild talents, the ones we may not even know we have. When he appears, it is often to call our attention to our latent gifts. In a nutshell, which is where he claims to belong, his job is to help us get lost from our comfortable ruts so that we will explore wonderful, exciting, and strange new paths. He is a good friend of Raven, the philosopher trickster, and Coyote is one of his many disguises. He is so smart that he can sometimes outsmart himself. Can you laugh at yourself sometimes? And let the laughter carry you into new insights and ways of being. Then that gnome within you is waving his fairy wand gleefully. It was upright, so the main reading for this card is, it's time to leap into the air, letting the earth turn beneath you, and discover where you come down again. Reasonable risks are okay, even unreasonable risks are probably okay. Use your head and look before you leap, of course, but do so understanding that the actual jump is likely to be very rewarding. No guarantees, but then there never really are anyway, no matter how pretty the paper may seem to be printed on and the scroll work around the edge. In a reading, the presence of that gnome tells us that the forces of chaos are at work. Things may not be as they seem, and this may very well be a good thing. Look for the unexpected, find the opportunity in it, and go for it. He says that no matter how confused things may seem, there is a way to make them better, but it is a creative way, one that you haven't tried before. He says, think amazing new thoughts. Personally, this feels very much like the whole world pandemic that is happening at the moment. Maybe re-listen to this video with that in mind. Things may not be as they seem. Think positive thoughts, be creative. We need to really raise our vibrations at the moment. There's a lot of fear and a lot of fear-mongering, and my heart goes out to all those who have lost somebody in this pandemic. There have been 2 family members already that I have lost personally. But I wouldn't go jumping into believing things that you read straight away. I would look beneath the surface and start learning to trust your instincts rather than what fear is saying. Do what we can to raise our vibrations. Light workers out there, whatever it is that you are meant to be doing to spread that light, start it, do it as much as you can. But also make sure that you're looking after yourself I've been focusing very much on looking after my children and being very proactive at home and present with them and nurturing them. That is my most important role in life. And everything else I do as I'm guided. I'm saying this because I think some people will resonate. That card has really struck a chord with me. And I think that it's a really important time to look into things. Don't just believe stuff as being fake news because people dictate it being fake news. And research, really dig deep in research and do what we can to keep communities together and connections and be creative and spreading knowledge and raising our vibrations. I've said it before, I will say it a million times. I've also put a beautiful protection affirmation spell on my She-Wolf, Chiana She-Wolf Instagram. Please read it. Make sure you get permission from your children before saying it for them, and only have permission from people if you're going to be saying it for family members. But I think it's something that's very powerful, and at the moment we all need to be doing. I wasn't expecting to talk about that today, but here we are, and that card, yeah, really has struck home for me with that. So if that resonates with anybody else, I'd really love to hear from you, and I would love to hear your thoughts. And let's keep connecting, and I would love to hear from you from Instagram and Facebook, and subscribe to my YouTube for more. I'll be doing more card readings. I would be doing more personal card readings. They are £15 for a 15 to 20 minute reading. I will record it and send you a private personal link. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. I really would like to stay connected with people as much as possible. But again, apologies if I don't get back to people straight away, because as I've said, first and foremost is spending time doing things with my children and being present with them, and just looking after ourselves and making sure we get enough rest is what I was trying to say. I'll have to give that person a call back now, but for now I will say bye, and hopefully speak to you all online soon, and keep grounded and get out to nature as much as you can, and drink lots of water and be healthy and lots of fresh food, and look after yourselves. Sending lots of love and blessings and light.